My name is Thomas Okiwi Oindi. I've done actuarial science as a major in this university. I really loved actuarial science, though it was never my first priority. It came to be my really best, and I'm graduating, and I've known that it was the best choice. So actually, it's God given, though I never wanted it at the beginning, but I thank God that I did it. So I also received a scholarship, a merit scholarship. So I got a scholarship just even before joining the school, because I applied, then I was chosen. So I joined the school with a merit scholarship. My life before then, before getting the DASTA scholarship, is practically my life before joining DASTA, was kind of troublesome because I never knew exactly where I'm going to head to, which university, where, who is going to pay, how it's going to be done, which course I'm going to do. It was never easy for me because I had to figure out several universities in the country, even apply for scholarships abroad. But apparently the only one that came through is Daystar. And I really thank God for it, and my donors for it too. Um, the scholarship made my life so easy and smooth academically, because it suited both academics, the fee, and also the accommodation. So my life in Daystar was pretty much good. I really thank God because I never expected that I would have such a smooth running, both academically and food, and where to sleep, and you know. So it really came through to the point that nobody actually knew anything was bad with my background. So I could really fit into everybody else's. My friends were also, who were not in the same position as me. You could not even realize that I was in the same situation. I was in that situation because of the scholarship. It really covered a lot. So my life was so smoothly run. I got opportunity also to work on work study. Working as a student, I'm working at the same time. It was good, really nice, because I was able to balance between work and academics. So it gave me more of a responsibility over myself. Even the choices that I had to make had to also sync with my academics at the same time with the work that I was doing as a work study scholarship. So I really thank DISA for those two opportunities, and also I was also in clubs at the same time, also heading the Actuarial Science Society. We call it DISA University Actuarial Science Association. I was the chair for 2 years, and it was still good. I was able to manage actuarial science. At the same time, I was the chairperson for Sunday school ministry. At the same time, I was heading a team that was teaching Taraja boys, the orphans, boys who were orphans in the nearby Daystar River main campus. So balancing all this at the same time with my academics was a little bit tough, but I managed it. At the same time, I was playing handball, so it was tough to balance everything at a position, equilibrium, manage academics, higher academics performance. At the same time, uh, lead these people in the right direction, basing their faith, because actually our main goal was to strengthen our faith in Christ. So it was not easy, but I did it. God helped me to go through it successfully throughout the 4 years that I was in Daystar. So the lecturers were also very supportive, because sometimes, I would be so exhausted and sick, and I tend to doze off in class. But lecturers were not that harsh to me, because sometimes they realized that I was in a overnight worship session. At the same time, I had to be in class. So they just wake me up, and life continues. In handball, I'd be there as a goalkeeper. Maybe I'm kind of sleepy at the same time. So people would just hit me with the ball, but it's fun. I enjoyed it either way. So life in Daystar was really good, to the point I'm really wondering if I have to go out, really, or I have to remain, but that's God to decide. So, my family also has been very supportive, and my mother is very appreciative of both the donor and also happy for me to be in the Easter. And uh, actually, she has said thank you so much. And my brothers and sisters and everybody else is so excited, and everybody's for Daystar, 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 because Daystar has shaped their son or their brother. Yeah, so I'm really thankful for everything.
What has God been teaching you?
Yeah, God has been faithful to me. He's taught me a lot of things, um, from the observance of everything that is done to me, given me the scholarship, given me the life, because at sometimes I was sick, and actually during COVID I was sick. Beginning of COVID I was sick, and I was hospitalized, and God has really come through that. I can walk around and meet people, and healthy walk, talk. So God has been really at my center, because he's able to take me through actual science. Actually, I never believed I could make it, because my real passion was in law, but here comes the mathematics, so, and the finance, all of it combined together, and God really just helped me that I was able to understand everything. The lecturers were teaching me, and even the lecturers were very supportive. So God, I believe God is the one who made them to like me, or to help me do everything that I was able to do. So yeah, God has been so faithful to me, and I'm really grateful.
What do you understand by servant leadership, the concept of servant leadership?
Oh yeah, actually, servant leadership, that's one of the best thing I learned from Daystar. Transformation, excellence. Uh, Actually, I got the opportunity to be taught by Dr. Smith himself in my first year, 2016. We had this program called Leap. So during this program, we used to go to Dr. Smith's house 6 a.m. every Tuesday and every Thursday for being taught servant leadership, the vision of Daystar, why Daystar came, why the name Daystar. It was so good. I really understood the pyramid of Daystar, of servant leadership, where the leader is supposed to be at the bottom. It's actually opposite, turned upside down. So where the leader is at the bottom, and the customers or the people who has to be served are at the top, which is very humbling. The act of Jesus himself, you know, humbling himself to serve his disciples and the people, as opposed to what we know as dictatorship, or kind of leadership we know, whereby the leader is at the top and is being served. So Daystar really taught me how to serve as a leader and not to be served.
If you are to, what are your future plans, like your career wise?
Oh yeah. So as per now, the short plan is get a job. From here, I'm really trusting God for a job. And the next thing is, by January, hopefully I'll be able to do a master's start a master's in finance, because that's really my passion. When I was doing actuarial, that's what came out to be strong. We have finance, we have mathematics, we have statistics, we have computer, we have which are insurance, but what came out strong in me was actually the finance. So I really want to do masters in finance. Whether, I don't know where it will be done, but hopefully I will be able to do it in this again.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you are to meet your donor today, what would you like to tell them? Just look at the camera and then just talk to your donor.
If I were to meet my donor, I don't know, because I've really longed to look. I've really longed to see you, to know who you are. You've touched my life. I don't know. Maybe you'll be overwhelmed and cry, or I really have no words. But I'm really grateful for what you've done, for the 4 years that you've supported me, for where you've taken me from, what God has done to God has done to me through you, it's so big. I can't even express it in words. I really get emotional even when I'm writing the letters. Usually, I don't know if yeah, I get emotional when it reaches my last paragraph, because I usually thank you in the last paragraph, or the second last paragraph, or at the beginning and at the end. I really get emotional to thank you for what you've done, and continue with what you're doing, you've done for me to other people, because it's really touching. It's really touching, and I don't know how to pay back, because I really want to know who you are. And I know maybe I may not be able to pay back, but what I am sure about is that I can actually pay somebody else. I can pay forward somebody else, yeah, for what you've done for me. And I'm really grateful. And thank you, thank you. And my mom also is so much overwhelmed, and she's saying thank you. She wants also to see you, only that we can't see you. But I believe one day, coincidence, I don't know, we may meet by coincidence, but yeah, God knows. So thank you so much.